Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan. If you have not been here before, I appreciate you guys so much clicking on this video and watching me. I can't express to you how much that means to me because, you know, sometimes it's scary just sitting in front of a camera and talking about whatever's on your mind, but I've really come to love it, and the more you guys support and watch, it just makes me super excited. So today I'm going to talk to you guys all about this food sensitivity test I recently took, and also just a little update in my health and fitness world, because I started this YouTube channel as a way for me to like motivate myself. And if you guys have been here for a long time, you know that I competed in some bodybuilding competitions, and almost 4 or 5 years ago I decided to compete in my first, and it was a huge journey, and I documented all of it, and it was really fun to kind of participate in. And I steered away from fitness and posting about it because I don't love obsessing about it. I didn't want it to like consume me and become my life, but I still love fitness. It's one of my passions, and I currently have some goals in place that I am excited to share with you guys, and just overall my mindset on health and wellness. So let's get into the video. Okay, so just as a little background on my health and wellness, I competed in those competitions, and before I even decided to compete, I had a lot of body image issues, and especially through high school, I went through a lot of restrictive eating and just overworking myself. And during that time, I wanted to be super thin, and I think a lot of us went through that phase, and if you didn't, that is so awesome. But sadly enough, I think social media is making that more common. So I did go through a phase like that for almost like 2-3 years, and probably more than that, to be honest. And it got to the point where I wasn't getting a period. I ended up injuring myself during one of my lacrosse practices because I didn't have enough calcium in my bones because I wasn't menstruating, and it was just crazy. So I went to college, and I'm just gonna give a quick little summary. Went to college, I still didn't fully understand nutrition. I couldn't wrap my head around it, but I wanted to learn and I wanted to study it. So I kind of got obsessed with it. And that's why I get really finicky about sharing a lot about nutrition, because I know what it's like to let it consume you. But I became obsessed with it, and during college I would freak out if I gained any weight because the freshman 15, and I didn't really gain weight because I was so focused on it. But then it was junior year, I believe. I went through a lot of like just comparing myself and not being confident at all. But junior year, I decided to travel abroad to Italy, and that was probably the best decision I ever made for myself because it was extremely nerve-wracking. But I went in there with the mindset of just living my life so freely and not worrying about anything like nutrition and all of that. But I still had that fear in the back of my head, like, how am I gonna work out? What am I gonna eat there besides pasta and everything? But it was amazing. I went to Italy, and my eyes opened to how much people in America focus on their bodies and what we look like. And in Italy, it's just more about enjoying the food with those around you, and they love food, and they don't put this stress around food. So it like opened my eyes to just how to focus, not be so food focused, and it also opened my eyes to the fact that you can eat what you like, and you can enjoy foods, and you can still live a happy, healthy, and amazing life. So that's just a quick little summary of everything I've gone through and where I am now. So after I got back from Italy, I definitely had a more open mind, and I wasn't so obsessed about being thin and all that. And then senior year came around, and that's when I started getting really fascinated with the whole bodybuilding world and just pushing yourself to that limit. And my mindset on bodies were not anything negative anymore. It was more of fascination, because we have so much control over how our bodies look and how they feel and everything like that. So I met my boyfriend senior year of college, and he was very into lifting weights and he was super strong. So he actually took me under his arms and taught me how to properly lift weights in the gym and bodybuild. So I did my first competition and I came in very small. I got really, really thin, but I had no muscle. So I was like a little spaghetti up there. So after that, I wanted to focus on building my muscle. And then I came around to my next competition and I was super disappointed. My last competition, I didn't love it because first off, I didn't feel ready. I didn't like the way I looked, and I was looking at myself from a very like non-biased way, and I just was not proud of it. I felt like I didn't work hard enough, and I was definitely really down on myself. So I didn't do good at all in that competition. Like I didn't even place, like I did bad. So I was like, I'm never doing competitions again, and I kept hearing like negative self-talk, and it was just, didn't like it. So this is a long video, but I'm just gonna tell you guys a little bit about myself. So I decided I'm never doing competition again. That's not the environment I wanna be around, blah, blah, blah. So the last couple years, I really dove into just my passions within design and just like focusing on my career, and it's been the most amazing couple years of my life. And I've achieved so many amazing things and met so many amazing people, and I'm so glad that I steered away to focus on what was meant for me at the time. So during these past few years, I've experienced a lot of weird just reactions to foods. So now I'm gonna get into the food sensitivity part. Actually, I'm gonna timestamp that so you guys, if you don't wanna hear about my story, you can skip it, but I took a food sensitivity test because especially the past year, I have experienced so much bloating and just discomfort, and I'm gonna just put it all out there. I had diarrhea sometimes, and I just couldn't figure it out because I'm a super healthy eater. I'm always like conscious of what I'm eating, and I was never eating anything bad when those situations would happen. So I took a food allergy test last year, and it was a little bit abnormal on the wheat scale and peanuts. So I made a video about this last year. So I ended up cutting those out, and I felt amazing. Like I literally lost 5-6 pounds within like a month just from cutting those out. So clearly my body wasn't digesting them right, and my body did not like those food types. So I cut that out, and now we're back at today. So when we first moved into this house, I started experiencing a lot of discomfort. I was having like diarrhea like every morning. I just did not feel good, and I couldn't figure it out why, because I eat so clean. I'm currently editing this video, but I wanted to hop on because I didn't touch on the fact that I was in and out of doctor's offices like crazy during this time. Like I wanted to figure out what the heck was going on, and I thought I had IBS. Like everyone kept saying I have IBS. And there's not much you can do about IBS besides manage your stress better and maybe take some like stomach easing pills and whatnot. But I just had a feeling it was not IBS. That's why I kept digging deeper into why this was happening. So sorry, go back to the video now. I decided, you know what? I'm gonna do a food sensitivity test. My mom actually found this company on a commercial and sent me their information, and so I ended up getting it, and it is called EverlyWell, and I'm just so fascinated with this stuff. I was so excited to get it and take it and like find my results out. So the test comes, you can get it on Amazon or Target or their website, but I got it on Amazon, and it comes with like a little, like a really cool package. It comes with like a needle and like a little paper. You prick your finger and like you drip blood on the paper, and you write your name and whatever, and you send it off. So I did that right away, and then within like 7 days, I believe, it was really quick, they got back to me with my results. And it's pretty cool how they send you them, because they actually text you like while they're like they text you when they're processing it and then when they received it. So I got my results yesterday, and I was extremely shocked. I thought for sure wheat and peanuts would show up again, but surprisingly wheat did not. So I wanted to show you guys and share with you kind of how it looks and what my results were. So the highest reactive food for me, almonds. You guys, I freaking love almonds. I eat almond butter every day. If I go to a coffee shop, it's always almond milk. Like, it's my favorite. So I was shocked because they give you a scale of like 1 to 200, I believe. And if you're anywhere above 20, that means you're a little bit abnormal. But if you're anything above 100, you're very, very abnormal with that food, meaning your immune system thinks it's a foreign body and your body just doesn't like it. And your reaction could be so different in so many different ways. Like, I used to get bumps on my arms right here, and the minute I cut gluten out, the bumps went away. And I've been like breaking out. I just been feeling a little bloated, a little gassy, but I never in my life would have thought it was almonds because, I mean, I love my almond butter. So almonds was the very first one. Now the second two most reactive foods for me was egg white and sweet potato. So pretty crazy. This is what it looks like. First off, how sad is that? Because that's basically my diet. I love my sweet potato. I love eggs. I just love almonds. Like, so sad. So they said that also, before I get deep into this, that foods in the high, moderate, or mild reactivity ranges are good candidates to do an elimination diet with and just to be more aware of them. And it doesn't always mean that you're going to have reactions to these foods, but just having an awareness that these foods might bother you is a good thing to know. So now the mild reactivity, I had quite a few. I had cashew, egg yolk, garlic, peanut, and yogurt. So peanut came up again, which just proves to me that that was causing some of my discomfort. And it really was, because the minute I cut it out, I felt way better. So, but garlic was very interesting because I've had stomach aches after dinner with no gluten, no weird ingredients, but garlic was in there. So that's very interesting to me. And cashews, which is really sad because I love my cashew milk. But yeah, super interesting. And then they give you a whole list of the normal reactive foods. So yeah, pretty crazy. I definitely thought wheat would be in there, but it's not. It's still a little bit high. It's at like a 20 or 18 or something. So I don't think I'm gonna be eating that all the time, but that just like makes me feel a little bit better. If I go travel and want to try like some type of bread or whatnot, like at least I know I'm a little bit okay on that end. But super interesting. I highly recommend figuring it out, because even if you don't think you're allergic or sensitive to something, you might be breaking out or have bumps on your skin or get bloated because you're sensitive to something. So it's better to figure it out so that later on in life, if it gets worse, you know why. So I highly recommend. I got mine on Amazon, like I said, and yeah. So my plan with now knowing what I'm sensitive to is to slowly eliminate each one. So I eliminated almonds first because I was at like 118 on the scale, which is pretty high. So I eliminated my almond butter and my almond milk creamer this morning, and I can't see a difference yet, but I'm gonna keep doing that for about 4 days and we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm just gonna slowly eliminate each thing and then kind of figure out which one makes me feel the worst, or which, like, when I feel the best after eliminating certain things. And then I might add them back in, we'll see. But yeah, super interesting. So now I want to give you guys a little update into my health and wellness area of my life, because I'm probably going to share a little bit more of this journey with you guys. But I just think life works in crazy ways, and I really don't feel like things happen just because. I think they all happen for a reason and there's no coincidences. So I was like on the computer one day and my boyfriend called me and was like, oh my god, this guy in town just posted that he needs a website designer and he'll trade training for that. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I was like, whatever, I don't really need training, but I'll reach out to him. So I did, and I met with this guy, and he just expressed how much he sees me being an amazing competitor. And when the competition talk came up, I was like, it's not happening, dude. Like, I hated my first competition. I hated my second one. I don't think it's for me. But we continued to talk, and he like just assured me that he's gonna be with me every step of the way. He's gonna help me prepare for the show. He's gonna help me during the show. And it got me like, I got that exciting motivation feeling again, like the butterflies in my stomach, like I just wanted to start. And it just showed me that there's still a little part of me that just wants to achieve this goal before I can fully like move on from it. So I played around with the idea and I decided to say yes. So I have been training with this guy for about 3 months now, and the results I've seen are crazy. I started out like bloated and just weighing a lot more, and now I'm like already getting a lot leaner and seeing a lot of muscles I haven't seen before. And I train with him 5 days out the week, so I'm seeing a lot of muscle differences and just my overall leanness. So I'm getting very excited, and I wanted to share with you guys now. I was going to keep this whole journey completely personal and to myself, but I just remember how motivating it is to post about it on YouTube and like just kind of share the journey, because I want to be able to look back later on and be like, wow, I really did that. So I am competing in April, and if you guys don't know what competing really means, I'm going to be participating in a bikini competition, and with that they look at how like tight and shredded you are, and your shoulders and your glutes and your abs and everything have to be like real tight and on point. So I feel like I'm at a point in my life now where I'm not obsessed with nutrition and my body, and I feel like it's like the perfect time to do it. I feel aligned in everywhere of my life, in every area of my life, and I just feel like that's when it's the perfect time to dive into something like this, because you can't go into something not being happy with how you look or not being confident, because you're gonna like, this industry of competing is very like, they look at your body as a competition body. They don't look at it as like, I don't know how I'm trying to word that, but I feel like you guys probably know what I'm trying to say. But I feel like I'm so like strong now mentally and just physically that I'm so ready for this, and I'm so ready to like achieve this goal and just finally freaking do it and win the whole thing. Like, I'm going in this to win. Like, I'm not just going in it to just do it. I'm gonna freaking win, and I'm putting that out there in the universe because I know it's gonna happen. So yeah, I wanted to share that with you guys. I wanted to share with you how this food sensitivity test went and how it's going to play a part into how I'm training for this show. And I think that it's a good thing to know, especially if you are going to be going into a show like this, because if you're going to have almonds the morning of the show and bloat, then, and you had no idea that you're sensitive to them, then yeah. So I'm very happy I did that, and I'm super excited to probably share a little bit of this journey with you guys. I'm probably not going to post all the time about it, but I did want to let you guys know. If you want to see a lot, let me know. Like, if you want to see full days of eating and whatnot, I'm happy to do that, but I don't want to blow up your feed with all that. So yeah, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you liked my little catch-up time, my little story time. I know it was kind of a long video, but I feel like I just needed to share a little bit more about all areas of my life, and this is definitely going to be a big one. So yeah, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, week, or evening, and I will see you guys in my next video.